mix we've had as well with this Tiny, Earth Spirit, Pango trio in the mid lane. I think primarily I've seen Earth Spirit against Tiny, but the topic of Earth Spirit needing level 6, which happens, minute 6, minute 7. Tiny needing Blink, which happens, like, minute 9 to 15, depending how the game is going and how quickly you rush it. This Pango just needs Rolling Thunder, and he is pretty much ready to go and fight, whereas the Tiny, needs an active rune, he needs the right circumstances, the weather's got to be good on the day for him to go and make early moves.
Yeah, basically, you're correct. The Tiny needs something to be activated, and that's gonna be the 6, 8, and 10-minute power rune. If he gets a haze going, every power rune is gonna bring him so much closer to this Blink Dagger, and then the show starts. You have Tiny with the Spectre. If you get a good early game, you're gonna be bringing so much presence on the map.
Yeah, and that's where this Nyx and Crystal Maiden come in, right? Gaimin Gladiators have 2 side lane supports which are very good at rotating mid and guarding runes. Both of them offer a lot of early river fighting damage and control. Whereas Chen and Muerta not the happiest to rotate mid. They'd much rather play side lanes, go through twin gates. We could have the classic 4v4 mid at minute 6. We love to see it.
Ooh, interesting move by Jigglin. Will they find Tofu?
Are they trying to guard the Chen's camps? They see Tofu coming in. Immediate dagger from 4-2-3.
Might be a dead shot and a blood grenade, but will it be enough?
He's got boots, right? So he's pretty fast, but now he's being cornered. Sent into the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Surrounded by 4. Very nice first blood. A 4-2-3 Spectre. It does kind of leave them open on the map. You look at Gaimin Gladiators' position right now, and they're going to go for 3 bounty runes. Ace's Magnus says, don't go for the 4th. Just go for the 3 secured ones. It's a good first blood. Keeps Chen's camps open. Means that he's got access to jungle. His small camp's not blocked. Of course, free money for the Spectre feels nice, as they do contest their bottom rune, but the Gaimin Gladiators already set up there. It was pretty much guaranteed that you trade this first blood and map position for the 3 bounties.
It's a pretty good trade, and that's a play from Jigglin, being prepared, knowing what these Nyx assassins want to do with the Chen. He's gonna choose the mana burn creep, and that when there's not a small Ursa, you can just kill this creep off cooldown. And the way the spell works, it only starts going off cooldown once the creep dies, so you basically have it every single time.
Tofu taking a lot of damage.
That's a beating. That's a beatdown.
I sent all the way back.
All the way back.
Was the plan for Chen to send his creep mid?
And he's just gonna go for him to jungle, He's like, okay, I guess I'm jungling now.
Yeah, bot is unlaneable. Chen is signaling him out, circling him in the jungle over there. Yeah, this is where Chen now steps forward, pressures the Magnus. Ace role-playing like it's off lane from 2014. Hiding in the trees, trying to soak some experience.
We talked about this lane practice for Jiggling, but, yesterday against OG, both games they played, it was against the Nyx 4, so very experienced on how to deal with this on SC and Dota2.
And then up at top lane, Morphling and Crystal Maiden having okay time. Controls Brewmaster 4 and 1, Morphling 3 and 2. This is the strength of the Radiant off lane. Level 2's hit for the Muerta and the Brew, and they just step forward. Crystal Maiden is mildly out of position, but she's slow enough they can kill her.
Every time you have a repositioning tool with the Brewmaster, it's just such a danger for a +5, We saw bad Brewmaster yesterday from Team Turk. It's Muerta Brewmaster. You just press 2 spells and an easy pick off.
Just trying to keep tabs on where Tofu is. He's being chased by the Chen back behind his tier 1. Let me come back down here. Maybe try and grab the next wave. He does have his Dar Observer ward up on the high ground, but sees where the Chen's moving. So Tofu has that slight advantage of knowledge. Immediately kills the Chen's creep. It's like a little victory for the Nyx assassin. Yeah, you kill the Chen creep, but then you've got to run away, and now Magnus left to his own devices completely.
This is the first exchange went very poorly for them, you know. The Nyx got too harassed, and then small camp was unblocked, so almost impossible to pull it. Lotuses? Jigglin will secure both.
Oh, Tofu gets one.
He gets it.
Tofu very sneakily tucked himself in the trees and like perfectly timed that Lotus take. Accelerated Watson stepping up. They want some revenge on Lelis. They don't quite have the damage. Now mind control with the help of a dead shot. Come back on them. Kind of a awkward lane to play here for Celery. Spectre, though, feels like the big winner out of all of this. First Blood, the lane control, the Chen in lane. All the things they've done here to start things off. Spectre 21-5 with that First Blood money has an incredible start to this game.
It's a dream start for 4-3, and it's scary side for Gaimin. It's just the Spectre. We told this story so many times. Like that's her biggest weakness, the laning stage. The first 5 minutes of the game, she feels like kind of a creep, and the First Blood plus every single creep, not something you see every day.
And Quinn gonna make Copy pay a little bit more for taking that water rune. A couple of hits in as he chases him back. So far, very even. 19-6 for both of these mid laners. Dead even. I'm a little impressed with how well Ace has managed to catch up. He was like half the last hits of the brew. Now he's pretty much tied up. Well, it's gonna come. Again with a pretty full stick in the turnaround play. They force Celery away. Mind control kind of cuts in between the carry and the support of Gaimin Gladiators. And continues farming. Now it's Morphling who's kind of behind.
Yeah, this is a little bit surprising. You know, CM is maybe not the easiest to execute here against Brewmaster Muerta, but Morph should still be having a little bit more farm. It's just so far behind the Spectre.
And then I guess Ace is catching up because Nyx managed to pull some of these waves. Radiant Wave is in front of Dire Tier 1 now, so Magnus has a bit of a safer time farming. A bit of lane manipulation continues for Gaimin Gladiators bottom to put this Magnus in a better spot than he was 2 minutes ago.
Overall, not something that we are used to see from Gaimin Gladiators. You know, when I think gaming, I think like winning lanes almost every time, at least getting slightly ahead. Now already 1k behind. It's gonna be a lot to this Quinn Tango to kind of put it all back on his shoulders. And 6-minute rune. He's gonna try to contest bottom one. No, it's gonna be
Tiny and Chen down there. Bottle of the regen rune wins the 50-50. I think that's a good point to make though, right? Because we haven't seen the Gaimin Gladiators Twin Gate move. Usually Celery, you know, level 3, level 4, is through the Twin Gate and he's pressuring enemy carry. This time around he is stuck in his lane trying to safeguard Watson. Eventually does come out of that top lane to play into mid. And they've got a Rolling Thunder here to crash onto the Chen. Chen army trying to chase the Crystal Maiden, but loses his hero's life in the end, while Lelis is coming here with the calling and copies Tiny to blow up the Nyx assassin and get a trade out of it. Seems like the Chen's job from draft till end is to make Nyx's life a living hell.
decent trade. See Watson. Moving forward. Maybe trying to use a little bit of this pace and half a level away from this Spectre level 6. You know, at minute 7, it's gonna be a tremendous speed, and this Poppy Tiny will just, you know, we talked about it. He got the first power rune. Probably at the point of next power rune, he will have Spectre to help him control it.
Yeah, then that should be a guaranteed kill. Hopefully for them on a core. Let's see where they move though. I'm currently waiting for mind control to hit level 6 as well. He's about a quarter of the level away from it as they move on to this very slow Crystal Maiden yet again for a freebie kill. Gwyn and Watson want to try and trade, and they'll get it with the waveform over Lelis. And Watson can gather up the creeps that were pulled into the large camp at the same time. So Gaimin Gladiators kind of answering some of these questions posed by Jigglin. But it feels like in Dota, that's rarely where you want to be. You want to be the ones making the direct move, right? Reacting all the time can often get you stuck in positions where you're just constantly defending towers, falling back, using spells defensively.
5 heroes mid. I mean 4 plus the Shadow Step. We'll secure the AD rune, but mind control once more.
He's got ulti.
They're aware of this. They spotted the rotation, but they're not aware he's running so deep in.
Celery might just die here. And by the 10, there's the Shadow Step from 423. Not a core kill, but it is a kill that will open up this tier 1 mid for them.
Most definitely.
Gaimin Gladiators kind of around here with the Nick and the Pango. But both Magnus and Morphling very wide out across the map, getting pressure on the enemy tier 1s and farming nicely.
Without a power rune on Quinn, can they really answer mind control? He's really feeling himself.
Look at him just sprinting in by tier 2s. If Copy was a little bit closer there, got the combo down, maybe they kill Pango. But in the end, it's just zoning for the tier 1 take. Jigglin carve out a bit of the map for themselves, so now much easier to play into enemy ancients up into that top jungle.
All adding up nicely for Jigglin, you know. The free lane for Spectre makes him be super ready super early. Double power room for Copy.
Magnus. Oh, Mud Golem threw the pebble at him, and 423 used that opportunity to step in front of the skewer. Again, very well executed.
Even with Wither advantage, Magnus will pay the price for trying to a little bit of a more farm, trying to keep up with the pace. Look at the 4-3. A little bit of an unconventional build. You know, usually see Blade Mail, maybe sometimes Midas, maybe sometimes Radiance Rush. He's gonna opt for straight Orchid.
Looks like the Arme build.
Pure
Back
aggression.
in the day.
I don't know, Garrett. It scares me, you know, the Spectre and the freedom she has been given to.
I mean, you kind of see the adaptation from Gaimin Gladiators not feeling this early to mid game. Magnus, in the second time in a row now, we've seen Ace go for this Bracer Null Yasha build. Win. It looks like he's going to try and slip away from that mid lane, but with a calling and a toss bag. Great execution again from Jigglin to find a kill on the enemy mid. Still playing through this mid lane as well.
That's another kill for Spectre. A beautiful toss into Dance of the Dead. Another power roam for Cop. I mean, we said it. We need Quinn to get the things going, to get things rolling, and we're not allowing him anything.
It feels like a free map right now for Jigglin. Yeah. Ace again going for this Yasha first, so kind of trying to scale a little bit later into the match. They make a play on the Spectre. Morphling's brought in, and the damage, it's overwhelming. 4-2-3 gone. Gladiators bringing their cores down here, looking at this Copy Tiny. Jigglin, after 12 minutes of perfect play, a pretty major blunder there to lose 2 cores in a row. While Gaimin Gladiators very swiftly snap into action to defend their top tower as well. That's their experience showing. A momentary lapse from Jigglin exploited perfectly by Gaimin Gladiators.
Basically a pretty big blunder, losing 2 cores like that, you know. They understand Spectre has been so active on the map, but it's like versus the Dawnbreaker, the answer is to attack her and trade tower for tower and force another glyph mid. One that will not refresh if tower falls. Not too much gaming has to deal with the tier 2 tower. Sometimes if you waste a secondary glyph, another tier 1, you get punished in the next 5 minutes by losing a tier 2. I think this time around might be okay.
Yeah, there's like no Beastmaster or Chen or Brood or anything, right? Ace has gone this Yasha build. He's going to be farming into Blink, not really pressuring objectives. And yeah, in general, Gaimin Gladiators looking much further forward to kind of minute 20 for their big timing of double synchronized item timings. That's Vlad's Manta on the Morphling. Pango has the Fusel, of course. We'll see what he decides to go after that, if it's the Aghanims, which has been a very key item for Pangos recently. And of course, Magnus Blink. Always waiting for that. Quinn, using his Diffuser Blade and the Rolling Thunder, forcing a Primal Split out of Mind Control. A defensive tool here used up, and the physical damage from Watson actually proving quite problematic for the Brewlings. But he sends the Storm Panda far to the north. The Earth one.
You should still be dying here.
People comes back to the Earth one. Thought it was going to die, but Gaimin Gladiators, they left it alive very wisely, so he would come back and spawn on it.
He was kind of dead either way, you know. If they killed the Storm one, they could finish the Earth one. The Storm one running away, they let the Earth one live, and another big pickoff. And now, all of a sudden, they have a 3k lead. This Orchid on Spectre is ready, and it's got to put it immediately to use. Exact same second. Should be.
Oh no.
No way.
Scuttle.
Scuttle away. Damn it.
That's unfortunate.
Mid?
He's being looked at by. Wait, what? He just jumps out of it. Did he just shield crash away from Avalanche Toss? Am I crazy? Quinn gets away from the initiation, and now the Morphling turning up, nearly takes out the Chen. Another jump in. Quinn is fine, but the Nyx is dead. Copy with the Spectre turning and fighting, but Ace is there with a Blink RP. Two caught up inside it. Freezing Field is big from the side as well. A skewer across with the Swashbuckle in, and Copy is done for. Watson dominating on this Morphling now. And we've gone from 11.5 minutes of perfection out of Jigglin. Looking good, setting themselves up on this map, and all it's taken 2 minutes of Gaimin Gladiators' signature moves, and I've turned this game on its head.
Yeah, I like how we put it. The signature moves, like previously last 2 seasons when we watched Gaimin play, it's like you make 1 or 2 remotely small mistakes on an average scale, and suddenly you're like 3, 4, 5k down. Like they were just so good at punishing every single mistake enemy makes, and suddenly they have turned the tides around, like even surprisingly to me, with like all the vision we have. You know, we have the broad perspective, we see everything. I just couldn't see them turn the tides so fast at the bottom.
Extra wanting to come in here and fight around the Primal Split as Mind Control got initiated on. 4-2-3, pretty low, but it looks like Gaimin Gladiators respecting the split and falling away from the Brewlings to the far right-hand side of the map. Tofu still being chased down here. Celery making his escape, but it looks like Nyx Assassin will be the sacrifice. Mind Control did catch a glimpse of Celery getting into the tree line here, but a TP home successful. Away from the Tiny, who was a little late with the Avalanche.
Rolling Thunder for a split. Only gonna get the Nyx. Morph is farming ahead. And Watson, you know, it's something that we didn't see yesterday. He has been the turning point of this game. 401. Every time he joined the fight, he turned into this Tiny, and we talked about it so many times. The turning into a Tiny doesn't really have an ultimate ability to worry about. So when he turns into him, he becomes as strong. Kind of dominated every single fight. Maybe for a moment I thought it's gonna be like an ugly timing for him without the Manta versus the Orchid, but he on the way to have a lot of impact in this early game.
Yeah, through aggression, right? And he's been joining these fights, playing through the Pango roll and the RP out of Ace. That Blink Dagger from Ace, you know, a timely fashion to show it off in that mid lane fight. We'll see what happens next now. 4k lead for Gaimin Gladiators is nice. Jigglin still out here though with Chen pressure, a smoke up from the Tiny. They're looking for anybody in the top jungle. They've seen the Nyx on lane. Mind Control's going to shove Tofu away, but they've got no idea truly where the Watson Morphling is. Whereas Gaimin Gladiators knows where the invasion is happening. See D-wards occurring. Spectre gonna make a play on mid. Quinn, Violence, and Copy. No spells. Toss is ready in a second, and he's got a blink as well, but the toss forward on 4-2-3, that's going to be what secures it.
I don't know if Quinn has some vision of the enemy heroes, but he was playing very far forward. You know, no real dispel for this Orchid next to a tower, so anyone can join. It looked like he was almost escaping, but that's only because Poppy had spells on cooldown. Yeah. Maybe TP's coming in. Where's that coming in?
Third shot. Radiant burn from Mind Control. Watson's still at half HP with a fair amount still to shift into strength. Tofu's going to scuttle away as well. A good showing from Jigglin, you know, not to get too disturbed by the Gaimin Gladiators comeback these past couple of minutes. They're still putting their good foot forward, hitting a timing around the Brew Radiance, and then it's always going to feel nice. And of course, he's got his ulti off cooldown again now as well. So Jigglin kind of looking for this next fight. Spectre playing bots if you can join at any given moment. The rest of the team playing top through mid. But yeah, this is the point of the game now. You're kind of 20-ish minutes in. You're against the Spectre. You've got a big ball up here as Gaimin Gladiators, so they'll smoke together. Try and avoid these individual pickoffs from the Shadow Step and the tiny blink toss. Play as 5. Used to be the classic move when you're playing against Storm Spirit, for example. Storm was, you know, always so good with his Orchid to go and get individual heroes who were stragglers, who were farming. You play as 5 and all that weakness goes away.
Look left versus this rally Chen army. Beat tier 2. But oh, Nix is coming in. Smoke from behind. Tower will fall, but can they get something afterwards? He gets spotted by the Dobbs. No, they were smoked.
See the Chen army falling back. The Tofu immediately rooted up, almost eliciting the immediate primal split from Mind Control, but he holds it for now. Blink cancelled on Ace, so he was trying to blink RP, but cancels the animation while Spectre shadow stepping, then jumping away from the Pango a little further back. So Gaimin Gladiators wanting to advance there. We're kind of looking for the fight after losing their tier 2, but good extraction from Jigglin.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the same logic applies. You know, Jigglin wants these single pickoffs, and where Gaimin wants a team fight, and they were losing a tier 2 tower, like a perfect place to take a team fight on. They were kind of, guys, we're stronger. Let's defend this tower, but just not kind of connecting the dots together good enough to take a fight. On the mid lane, Quinn still has no dispel. You know, Magnus Manta, Morph has Manta. Wait,
Well, Copy saw them coming. The high ground ward saw Tofu, they pinged him, they saw Watson coming. Copy blinking away. They do go deep. Freezing field against this primal split, and Ace is caught Mind Control's Brewlings, who went by the tier 2. The rest of the team still trying to fight back around the Chen. Very disjointed there from Jigglin, as Gaimin Gladiators just rally around this initiation, now push into mid.
Yeah, a moment of disconnection there. You know, Copy jumping towards his base, and then Mind Control being caught next to tier 2 tower versus the Magnus is gonna mean only one thing: a reposition onto this tier 2, and you get the split off, but it doesn't matter. There's just so much AoE damage that these Brewlings they kind of just disappear, you know.
You got a lot of physical damage. 2 melee heroes with cleave that empower. I mean, hell, Morphling, okay, he doesn't get the cleave, but when he's empowered up, that's a lot of bonus damage. 40% bonus damage on someone who's doing 216 a hit naturally.
Yeah, you say that, Garrett. He doesn't get a cleave when he's a morph, but when he's a tiny,
Oh, you're right, yeah.
he can cleave people.
He can. Ofo and Ace. Finding an opening on Copy. Toss. Delaying the move from the Magnus. There's no RP. There is a Rolling Thunder, but Queen is being focused here. 2-man stun from Nyx Assassin saves Quinn Pango for now and allows the roll. Morphling back in onto Copy as well. The physical damage overwhelming the Tiny. They take him out, and Quinn rolls back in towards Chen, protecting this Morphling who stands his ground. Watson just sits here, pummeling people over and over again, and Mind Control Gotta be careful. Oh, that instant orchid. Beautifully done by 423 to save the brew, at least for now. Turning back onto Ace. A kill is there for them, but Watson's still gonna wait for him in. Celery, the zone increasing field, looking a decent amount of damage to Lelis on the back, with Watson's morph mantering out. Avalanche toss comes into play though, and Copy secures the morph kill, and Jigglin feeling themselves wanting a +1, chasing forward as Quinn TPs Tofu's invis, and Celery smokes up and slips back. TP out of the jungle.
Buyback from Copy needed to kill this Morphling. I think still well worth it, but can they transition into something? 30 seconds on Morph, 20 seconds on Magnus. You have Manta Spectre, one of the best tools to take the Rosh. It should be a free EB, so you know, you buy back this Tiny, but you kill the Morph and you get Aegis, and it's well worth it.
Gaimin are trying to get into position. Roshan's already dead, but it looks like they still want to fight. Jigglin pushed all the way down to this outer layer of jungle camps where Quinn's smoke breaks. You know, there's people on the retreat, and he's forcing them all the way back to Fountain. It feels like Gaimin Gladiators have chosen their spot on the map, right? They've got deep vision, they want to kill this tier 2, and they're ready just to keep pressing the issue. They don't care that this Tiny has Aegis.
Quinn, although he doesn't have a dispel for this Orchid, there's just a big trust in his teammates that there'll be random spells, there'll be CM, Nyx, Magnus spells to keep him alive for this 5-second duration, so he can get the off of Shield Crash and Rolling Thunder afterwards. You know, I think it's a positive sign for gaming. You know, they still believe in each other. Because a lot of players will just either opt to go like Manta, BKB, something to the spell, or just be like, guys, I cannot fight, I need to go last. Where he's just kind of just press the spells, guys. This Orchid will not matter.
I'm wondering about these future team fights though.
Like there has no Aegis, but there's no help. I thought the Magnus is gonna go there, but between him and Nex it's not gonna be enough.
I was looking for it. I'm just thinking about all these auras for Jigglin. Like Mind Control, he got the Radiance, now he has the Pipe. This Chen has Solar Crest, Mech. A lot of ways to keep themselves alive and tank through the damage. No auras really on Gaimin Gladiators outside the Vlads on Morphling. But they do have a very strong Tricore, right? These are 3 scaling heroes on Gaimin Gladiators with Empower. I meant to try and punch through all the auras that Jigglin have.
Yeah, a little bit opposite what we used to see. We used to see Gaming be this aura team. If used well together, they have more than enough. Scuttle away. Bye bye. Cannot do anything about it.
Spectre.
CMTP got cancelled immediately. I don't know if they even noticed. Like, literally that shot hit as he started the TP.
Well, they were spam pinging, but it looks like Celery is hidden in the trees. Let's see what the Crystal Maiden does next. Cut a wave or something. But in effect, Gaimin Gladiators are down a hero for the next team fight if it happens.
Yeah, the CM is literally dead for 80 seconds. If he walks back to the gates, he's gonna get spotted on this vision, probably just solo killed by Spectre. So he's kind of in.
Like if you die now, you would rather have died before.
Exactly. By this time, you would be alive. Oh.
That's hindsight, of course. You know, I'm not saying Celery would know that this situation plays out. This feels unfortunate. Mind Control up at top. Tried to get off his primal split twice. The Hand of God and the mischance out of this Radiance keeps him alive. So he gets the split off, Cyclones the Morphling, turns onto Ace's Magnus now as Copy arrives, jumps in with the Avalanche Toss combo to look for this Magnus kill. Ace, quite tanky, but dead nonetheless. As the Storm and the Void Panda sprint forward, They're trying to catch up to Watson, but the primal split is about to expire.
Oh, of course, it's easy to be a general after the battle, but that goal was a no-go. You know, I was like, what's happening? Two of them together. This Brewmaster has so much evasion between the passive and the radiance, as you said. It's an insane amount, and you cannot just burst him without like MKB or Bloodthorn. Quinn?
Dead?
We spoke about it. You know, he relies on teammates to help him live through this Orchid. But there's no teammates. This Orchid is just it's gonna kill you. And you know, Jigglin, get in. A couple of the moves, annoying with his Aegis.
Yeah, very timely ones as well. And now looking at the map state, top and mid, pressing towards Dire Base. There's still a bottom tier 1 and tier 2 for them to go and take. But this is a nice spot for Radiant to be in. You look at this and think, okay, we can play into Dire Ancients. Then we can push into mid and bot, multiple lanes. Think about playing into Enemy Tormentor to cut them off from that objective. And Spectre, you know, loves to play over on this left side. She can farm Ancients on Radiant side pretty safely, guarded by everything that she's got. And join the fight with the Shadow Step.
Or the Haunt.
And the Haunt now.
Haunt will be a much needed, like, kind of balancing tool in terms of teamfight scale. Will allow you to find this Crystal Mage, find this Pango at the start of every fight. Really good with Tiny. Are they on the obs? In the maybe a Radiant obs right behind them. Yep, they smoke on top of it. So Jigglin aware of everything. Just gonna wait it out.
Yeah, hold on to their own vision. They've got multiple obs and sentries to see Tofu. And this Tiny steps up. BKB ready for Copy. Pops in. Runs in towards the Nyx, but Tofu has escaped. And Copy with no Aegis. Just having to run away with such low HP and his BKB expiring. And goal! Ace! Oh, that RP always done it to him. Quinn will come back in with Watson, but my God, what a jump! That initiation just does it all. The brew split done. MC on the run. He's got no blink. He's holding gem. They're gonna lose it here. Inevitably, it's Gaimin Gladiators. You've been talking about Quinn relying on the teammates with the spells, and my God, Ace delivers.
Haunt, auras, this, that. I don't care. 4-man, 3-man. What was this? RP. Into a morph Tiny jumping in. That's a clean chaos. You know, only Spectre gets to live. Not a little bit trying to steal this ultimate. Not gonna be enough. That was something, you know.
And that happens with Jigglin having pretty perfect vision of everything, right?
They had the vision of them smoking with that observer ward on top. Then they have this triangle of observer wards. They were the kings of information there, but somehow still Ace gets the outplay. In theory it should just not be happening like this, but maybe their heroes are just too strong at this point of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this scaling Tricore, who have been top 3 net worth for a long time. A Spectre sprinkles into that top 4 spot. They're now looking down at bot. Mind control, rolling thunder, and the damage out of this Morphling. Knowing the split's on cooldown, they're trying to kill him, but they can't quite get the job done. Copy has come in with his Blink BKB to save the brew, but that's a BKB expended on the Tiny.
Rolling Thunder or BKB5 is still not so easy to pack, as we said. Without Pierce of the Evasion, like Brewmaster is a very hard kill, but as soon as they get it, this Morphin is gonna eat through him. And now with Rolling Thunder cooldown, I guess they wanna use it. No BKB or Tiny, that's scary. But they think initiation is key. They're right.
Slay the Pango. And the Crystal Maiden. Gaimin Gladiators scattering to the wind now. They've been broken open by this move out of Jigglin. That's such a good sign as well, right? against Gaimin Gladiators, against this kind of draft, you lose a couple of fights, you kind of get stuck in your base. Jigglin are showing that they know the strength of their heroes, their timings, they're confident about making plays still. Tofu is going to find Lelis down in the bottom right-hand corner as the rest of Jigglin are trying to TP and respond. And of course, we know Roshan isn't quite alive yet. 50 seconds to go. But both of these teams will be vying for control around the pit shortly. Dire even scanning, knowing that Radiant are nearby. No Pango for 10.
Quinn will finally quit on a little bit of a stubbornness on this no dispel. Next item he will do is Disperser, trying to, because he got solo killed by the Spectre. If he gets caught on a ward alone, he just, there's no teammates to help you, you just solo kill by Spectre, so you need a way out of this silence. As you said, it's all gonna be about this Rosh.
And Gaimin Gladiators are the ones that control the Twin Gate. They've dewarded the area. They've got obs. They've got sentries. Can Jigglin approach this pit? A double scan from them. That's unfortunate.
You don't want to be giving these ages away. Morph is a problem. Big enough already.
They've got to make a decision.
Yeah,
Line is drawn to try and wrap behind.
Drawing the Psycho Smoke all the way around. When you play against these tier 1 teams, you gotta try to do something unexpected. This smoke may just be it, but not in time to contest the Rosh. Maybe take a fight afterward.
Yeah, Gaimin Gladiators get Aegis on Morphling. And the scan as well. The Spectre haunts. Gives vision, opens the eyes for the Brew, and the Tiny, they'll split and try and chase. Quinn's Rolling Thunder, going to zone them away. The Brew split, trying to force Gaimin Gladiators back, but Tofu has already slain Lelis. Celery's protected by Quinn, the split has done nothing, and Mind Control is now surrounded. Doesn't even get a kill. Okay, there he, there he does. An illusion comes in, and Ace going to pop the RP here to ensure the takedown on Mind Control.
It was a good try. It was a good idea by Jigglin. You got the Psycho Smoke around. You kind of surprise and press the Hound. Try to find a perfect initiation, but it was even better response from Gaimin. The instant BKB, roll up, Rolling Thunder. They press all the spells. They read the room perfectly. It doesn't matter if you see us. If we pop all our defensive abilities first, you don't get the initiation. You don't get the jump. Good defense. Even better offense. Sometimes they say it like that. And Poppy will trying to find something himself.
And now it starts to get a bit desperate for Jigglin. And he is spotted by this gem of Nyx. Copy has the help of Spectre. They turn and kill the Nyx. Gem on the floor. Under a bunch of illusions. Oh, but Ace has that skewer. Just in the nick of time.
Oh,
Copy now dead for a minute.
Looked like almost a perfect trade. But BKB is not gonna last long enough to get out. $26K net worth on this Morphling. He's having another item delivered, and that's the Brew solution. That's maybe a solution for everybody. Bloodthorn, ooh, completed. You don't often see someone deliver a Bloodthorn on a career. It's usually an Orchid or Hyper.
7,000 net worth item.
This man is rich, filthy rich.
6,600 gold delivered in one swoop. It's like when rich people, just buy a car or a house with cash. They don't have to, they don't have to take a loan or financing or anything.
That's him right now.
This, just buy this $1.3 million mansion. It's mine. Claims the tier 1. I have a little bit of vision over in that Radiant Triangle to play towards, but I'm sure Celery's going to refresh it, get some more high ground wards going. Ace going to come behind and join them through the outpost.
It's going to be interesting to see the Jigglin approach to this defense. Do they go for a wraparound and try to kill some of these supports, or do they need to deal with this more? How do they deal with him?
Yeah. I guess the question that precedes that as well is like, with this Aegis, can Jigglin just give up a lane of barracks? Like, do they want to wait out the Aegis to fight after? Do they have a choice? Watson says no. The Bloodthorn and the kill on Mind Control, dead for 50 seconds. And Watson, he's going to make his escape out of this base now as well. Tossed away by Copy. And then Waveform's back in, turning into Tiny. The banner's down and his tier 3 looks pretty dead. They'll try and poke and prod at him, burn the Aegis. Ace is in, but misses out on his skewer back. Spectre causing issues with the Haunt now as well. But the Waveform from the Morphling is going to get over the top of Lelis to take out the Muerta. And now Gaimin Gladiators 4 versus 3.
Something's on cooldown. No BKB, no Rolling Thunder. No Glyph though, so Rax would definitely fall. But with Brewmaster up in 10 seconds, this may be the best opportunity Jigglin will get in a long time.
You've just got to navigate your way through this maze first, though. Tofu dropped to like half health mid from the Spectre. Less than half. Quite a bit of damage from these remaining illusions. Shadow Step, not a super long cooldown. 40 seconds for the Spectre to make moves like that. Now 20k behind, though.
He just had a thing for the longest time this game. Even while this all was happening on the top lane, this BKB, Rax, exchange, Aegis, he solo killed Tofu.
It all started with the first blood, right? He got a taste for Nyx. Killed him before creep spawn. That was a quick tormentor, huh?
I mean, Bloodthorn, Satanic, Panda, AC, no Mace. This Morphling is... This is a 6 slaughter Morph. Yeah, you can swap the treads out, but... He's not gonna get much stronger. They wanna use it, finish Jigglin right here and right now.
So Pango's the one that shows on mid. And Jigglin, they get the Muerta a bit of distance. Still followed through by the Morphling while the Brew goes in, but the Rolling Thunder, the control with the RP. They've got MC all locked in place. Chain stunned and dead again. Not a chance to cast a spell while 43 dying in this head-to-head fight with Watson. The Morphling is 1v3 inside the calling. Spectre dropping low, has to run away. Now Mind Control can come in with the Primal Split and maybe deal with the Watson Morph, but Ace, Cyclone, tried to skewer across, doesn't get the job done. The fear, the damage onto Watson, looks like it might be enough to bring him down. Where's he gone? Copy's the one to fall, and Watson's still alive. They can't protect him though. Brewmaster will finally bring him down. The multiple Cyclones on Ace, not allowing Gaimin Gladiators to protect their morph. Mind Control with 4-2-3, step forward to finish the Magnus. And Jigglin, they fight back around their mid-tier 2. They've held on to this game.
Couple of buybacks on MC and Copy proves to be enough to win this fight. The question arises, what can they get more? Morphling, no buyback, 75 seconds out of this game. Magnus can use one. AC almost done on MC, so push in between Tiny and Brewmaster is something to respect. Oh, gaming defense. A last fight back from Jigglin in this game, but you know, looks like they have an opportunity here.
They're going to go high ground. It's risky business, but they're going to backstab the Maiden with a Spectre jump. Celery about to pop. They move on to 4-2-3 with the Rolling Thunder to protect the Maiden, and she survives. Gets into Fountain, but Jigglin straight back onto building. Shen with the auras, double catch bots behind them. The glyph is extended, the tier 3's down, and they're going for tier 4.
No buyback.
20 seconds, no Morphling. Magnus buys back now. Jigglin, they do a little soft retreat, but Copy goes back in with a jump. Avalanche toss onto 2. Nyx and Maiden in trouble now. Pango gets back to Fountain as Jigglin look at tier 4s and thrown again.
They're looking to end
10 seconds. No Morphling, but Jigglin, they're running back. Ace has moved in, skewers the Spectre around, causing a bit of havoc. As Gaimin Gladiators, they will defend their base. That was heart in mouth moment, as it looked like Jigglin might have been able to just go for throne.
I don't know about gaming, but if I felt nervous there for a moment, I think they did too. I mean, we said in between the Chen auras, AC, the tiny tree, this throne explodes in a couple of seconds. But it was...
If they had split with that demolish from the Earth Panda, I think they might have had it.
They would be super close with the RP, but no, Gaimin survived through this. They're gonna try to make a move of their own. Any poor kill means hero out for basically 2 minutes.
Whew. No Tiny, no Brew.
What a game.
Spectre is 800 gold away from buyback. Yeah, this game has been pretty fun, you know, going from what, 12 minutes of Jigglin oppression, forcing Gaimin Gladiators to make some kind of defensive maneuvers, then Gaimin Gladiators come back into a dominating position themselves. But Jigglin finding ways to approach these team fights, even if it is at the cost of buybacks. They've got life in them yet. But this next Roshan spawning up in 5 seconds. Daytime Rosh, Gaimin Gladiators moving into the spot. Multiple lanes pushing into the Radiant base. It might just be a free Roshan for them.
Might be in a hindsight, but if Jigglin literally smokes his 5 to the enemy throne, they can kill it in 5 seconds. Like, if they had presence of mind, they could just go, and while TPs would be connecting to it.
Like right now, you think they can go and do it?
Yeah, because Rosh is up, they hear the roar.
There's no glyph?
There's no glyph. It doesn't matter if everybody starts TPing at the same time. And
There's
they're
a
gonna do
DD
it.
as well.
Oh, Quinn knows, everybody knows. They're like, guys, we have no glyph. I mean, to be honest, we saw Gaimin do it multiple times throughout last 2 years. You know, just I think most memorable one was versus Team Spirit. Duracho played Weaver against PA from Yatoro. They ended up just killing the throne through backdoor. Jigglin will not even try.
I know the Zai Broodmother clip came up on Reddit the other day as well. And these situations can absolutely happen where you lose track of your base, you're focused on what you're doing moving forward. And if you do have an exposed throne like that, all kinds of business can happen. This is now Gaimin Gladiators with Aegis, with Cheese, with a good leg up on Jigglin as they come out of their base. The Radiant team wanting to create a bit of space to approach this team fight. 4-2-3 jumps in, then out. They force the Rolling Thunder from Quinn. He's going to go back in onto Mind Control, but a Force Staff gets him some distance now. Chen might not be so lucky, though. Quinn's going to be right on top of his head with the Magnus, and Nyx both are arriving. Chen is dead.
And Morphling draws the line. And has the buyback, but wants to go. Still thinking if there is a way to go for a split push on Jigglin's side, because it seems head on. Might will be too hard.
No Muerta. Dead for 70, but they did take the Aegis out. The tiny Spectre and Brew kill Watson once. Pops the Satanic. The Bloodthorn moves on to MC. The Brewmaster in trouble. Dead for 100 seconds. No Primal Split. No buyback. No Brew. And your second lane of barracks cracked open by Gaimin Gladiators now. Feels like the options very limited for Jigglin. Do have the buyback on Lelis. The 4v5, they'll start on Ace, but he turns to the BKB RP. Spectre and Tiny caught up inside. The freezing field with the morphling damage will make short work of them. Spectre has the buyback, but now a 3 versus 5 with Cheese still in the hands of Pango. A refresher RP from Ace catches the Muerta on the back end of the fight. Moves through the calling, allows Watson now to swing back in. Turns into Muerta himself. The Gunslinger Morphling coming into play. GG called as Spectre dies. And Gaimin Gladiators, I mean, after the first 15 minutes, a sigh of relief, I'm sure, from the Gaimin Gladiators side. Jigglin taken out in game 1, but my god, they put up a, not just a fight, they put on a show.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. Quinn was like half a level ahead of the Earthshaker.
nothing to beat that. And I watched this exact matchup, like literally while last season coaching copy. Like I would always pay a close attention when we scrimmed the gaming, because these mid duels were just like so intense to watch. It was like watching a boxing match.
Like they're both on 100 HP, you know, dodging spells,
Yes.
tanking through stuff.
Quinn makes you work for every single last. He's like, bro, hold the top 5
Yeah, big fight. Accelerate, blood grenaded, and pushed back by the flame break. Bat Rider, though, trapped in the roots, pummeled down. His Gaimin Gladiators still trying to fight back into this bristle bag. 2 quill sprays already up, 3 now, 4 on Ace. That Phoenix is going to get pummeled by the copy Earthshaker. A 2-1 start before the horn even sounds.
I mean, 30 seconds before the horn. You know, it's an instant 5v5, and we see 4-3 again. In the first blood, and Poppy will get a kill on top of it. That will definitely help during the first few waves on the mid.
Wait, he's already 440 gold towards the bottle. Well, on his way to that good early start. Jigglin still looking to contest all these bounty runes as well. Bit of a poke towards the top rune there in the river. They give up on the northern jungle one. You know, Lelis was kind of there, but scurries away. And of course, the 2 down south.
It's amazing start. 3 runes and a lot of resources like taken away from the side of gaming. Exactly what they need. Yeah, I feel like there goes. Good luck, have fun. A little bit late. No time to type it because of all the fighting.
All the business, yeah.
They need a head start. They need these lanes to go well. You can control the early tempo.
Earthshaker and Earth Spirit already having that battle mid, but I've been keeping my eyes on bottom, where Tofu was a bit late to come down here. Ace drops pretty low. A lot of wand charges, you know, you're against the bat and the bristle. Magic wands have supreme value in this bottom lane. The Bat Rider has already put a lot of pressure onto Gaimin Gladiators from an early point.
It's like the power of the rune fight. There's these magic wand people that don't use it on their own. You like basically start a game with 7-8 charges. This is the magic wand lane, I feel like. Bat Rider and Bristol. He's as good as it gets.
Not quite. Do you remember the game? Oh, maybe it was the game I cast with Misery. We had a game where there was PA, Bristle, Bat, and Crystal Maiden or something. Like we had 4 heroes who were legit spell spammers. Everyone had a magic wand, you know, fully stacked up. Just casting spells non-stop. We'll pull across from the Bat Rider into the large camp. We're going to force Gaimin Gladiators here to sit and respond to it, which means Bristleback gets all the free farm under his tower. While top lane, we see kind of classic Enigma things in front of his own tier 1. Dragging Wave, denying, using these Eidolons to their full impact. Makes the lane kind of hard for the Morphling, like you were saying. 6 and 2, while the Enigma sits pretty at 9 and 2. We're kind of assuming Enigma goes for the same old, right? The drums first and then decide where you're heading, if it's the full auras or not, or the blink BKB. Enigma gives you non-stop early pressure and then that choice of when the timing hits.
Yeah, kind of drums rush into blink or pipe, depending on the game, and probably a likely pipe in this scenario versus the Phoenix course.
True, that is a lot of magic damage.
And then eventually blink BKB refresher, because there's no BKB pierce. There is a supernova explosion, but if you get the black hole first, you're gonna cancel at least on the first one.
Ace is 22 and 1. The mid lane hero is 19-6 Earthshaker, 12 and 3 Earth Spirit. Earthshaker taking a slight lead over in that mid lane. But I guess Ace came in and contested a bunch of these jungle camps and got neutral creeps, so his CS looks a bit inflated.
Yeah. When you single pull this big camp and you don't do a additional step of contesting it, then it means like just a bonus farm for Ace. Let's be careful here. Yes, 26 is there, he's gonna just pop it. Cannot get more, obviously. Drop the bracer.
As much value from it as possible. Celery puts the frost shield on the Morphling. Trying to defend himself as the Lich drop low to all those Eidolons. Mind Control has Salve, Lilith has Clarity. They are topping themselves up to continue this oppressive lane, keeping Watson under their boot. And it always feels like as long as the Morphling doesn't die, he's able to stay here permanently. Might not be easy or comfortable, but he can still get it done. Quinn in that mid lane, under his tower, half HP. We see the damage out of this level 3 enchant totem from Copy. No levels in Fisher, just 0-3-2 build. Courier microed to dodge away from the tower. I was getting close to dropping. And now we're going to see level 6 on Earthshaker much faster than the Earth Spirit. The potential for rotations into mid. Maybe look for kills. Ace down bottom. Diving forward, he dropped very low to that flame break and the stack of napalm. Trading himself. The Bat Rider now as the Bristleback realizes he's going to ramble to walk through.
A very good trade nonetheless, you know. Apply for this IS. Yes, Phoenix. Means Pat will be able to refill the ball too. Even Ruder investing in this mid lane. Going pretty well for Copy so far. All 6 as you said. 4 to 6 mirror run. Might keep the scale who gets the first power run, most likely.
How many heroes do we have running towards it?
6 mirror
Lelis,
runs, 6 heroes.
Celery. A Bat Rider with the Hoodwink. Find the Lich on his little path towards the mid. Celery. He's already popped all the heals he's got. Nothing remains. Down he goes. And a fortunate illusion rune spawning top there. Be a bottle refill for Copy.
50-50 rune. One of the better ones to get versus the Earth Spirit on 6.
True.
Magnetize can just be dispelled.
I so often forget about that kind of stuff, you know? I see illusion rune and my brain goes, oh, garbage.
What a trash.
Really? It's good to point out that dispel in this kind of game definitely can pay
You
off.
can reapply it though if he's in between creeps. And right now he's gonna do the exact same.
Turns for the Echo Slam. Copy trying to fight back. Earthshaker and Earth Spirit both dying pretty much at the same time. Copy the first one to fall, so. Well, let's get the kill on Quinn. A battle around mid. Earthshaker, he's got his statue there as well, right next to the creep wave.
Yeah, so one of the insane mechanics. The statue does pick the XP up, so even though he dies first, he still gets the XP.
Yeah. Lich is denying creeps, making sure he doesn't get everything.
You know.
Wisdom runes traded evenly as well.
Interestingly, Ace will pick up the one that poked again. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, this Lich being here is a bit of a problem for him. I do get the D ward as the Bat Rider swings up there.
Sleeves 4-3 exposed with Whale. They're trying to pressure him on the bottom lane.
Supernova on his head. Damage onto Tofu though. Forces the Dark Willow back. Bristle, what, 400 HP, no real sustain. Looks like he's going to have to go jungle. So a full free lane here for Ace just to keep pushing to tier 1.
Morphling is coming. They saw him in the war. Want to make another dive. This is
Right,
the
yeah,
wave.
Watson's here. Well, he tried. And we look back to mid. That's where the real action's happening. Copy dead to another magnetize from Quinn. Roll is ready, turns the kill off the bat, rolls away, but still gonna fall. 2-for-1 trade this time, mid for mid, but the +1 of the Bat Rider makes it that little sweeter for Gaimin Gladiators.
gonna be a bloodbath every power round, you know. Both teams understanding the value of it, and Bristleback with the bubbly bubble will be able to sustain bottom.
+2 HP regen.
Enigma is thinking this Phoenix out, and she's gonna make a TP. Echo is ready.
There's no supernova.
Yeah, easy one.
Cancel on the dive. Very easy. Well set up by mind control.
The best rotations are the quick ones, you know. You just TP, get a kill, back for gates. Easy, use a big ability, maybe. It was not needed or whatnot, but better safe than sorry. Oh, back to the top lane.
He's showing Watson what a real rotation looks like, right? Well, maybe now Watson could show mind control what he's made of. Brambles are going to catch him. Mind control down in that top left corner. And the rest of Gaimin Gladiators is kind of sweeping through this enemy Ancients area too. Copy with this Echo Slam wants to farm out this big old stack. It's going to be satisfying. He'll get it, sure, but in comes Quinn and Celery nearby to snipe out the Earthshaker. Copy happy that he got the blink off of the back of that, so timing hits while under this tier 1 tower top. Lelis dived by Tofu and Watson. A bit of space scurrying away, but Quinn closes that gap quickly.
A little bit of a slip up from Jigglin. I say a little bit. They feed 3 Kiros. At least they get these stacks cleared out. You know, Gaimin pulling up a speed. You know, a few minutes earlier than the last game. You know, and it seems. I think they will shaker. There's
no Echo, but he does have this big enchant totem to hit into Celery. A Batrider dead as Quinn rolls back across. Supernova well placed here. Owns Jigglin away from Copy. Get that kill down in the river. And another active move here from Gaimin Gladiators around these active runes, around this mid lane. Really unlocking Quinn's potential. The first time that Quinn is able to stick it out in these fights without trading his life for the Earthshaker.
It just seems that they're bringing the numbers this time around. You know, it was basically only 2 heroes from the side of Jigglin. That's not even enough to kill the Lich. And at the end of the day, even if you kill the Lich, like, do you really like the trade? You're next to a tower. Like, this Morphling can TP in, this Phoenix can rotate. Everybody can come. You know, over-committing on the side of... That's not the Blink Dagger reveal you dreamt of last night.
No, it's kind of an awkward one, right? Like, you use Echo Slam to farm the creeps to get you to blink, and you don't have the blink Echo for a little bit.
That just means you need to rely on your teammates to bring a damage. Which he, with double enchant totem, he made Lich 1 HP before the magic one pop, so any other hero bringing an additional spell, it just means a kill before Lich gets any spells off.
There's Echo and Quinn straight away here. Blink initiation with the sharpshooter. That's what we needed. That bonus hero. Lelis comes in to clear out Quinn. Looking for the tier 1 mid for themselves now. Mind control's here. Copy just jumps on his Dark Willow. Cat Totem and a Fisher is ready. Tofu obliterated. Copy feeling it now.
He's mad. Doesn't he have to pop the shield rune for that? He's just killing himself. He basically like, what is this Earth Spirit doing? You know, instant Echo Slam, and then after he gets the shield rune, there's nothing to really stop him.
They don't get to pressure the tower though. And Mind Control has to swing back top. Go back to their lanes. 4-2-3, I guess, is still reasonably happy down here. Top of the net worth, farming, guarding the tower. Ace doesn't really offer any push. The Gaimin Gladiators scaling with this Phoenix and the Morphling, being relatively untouched. Quinn here with Watson on the doorstep of that top jungle. A kill on Lelis. Now it looks like it's Batrider's job to come and hold that bottom wave. 423 has gone top through the gate, farms some jungle camps, and then comes back through the gate to go bot. Trying to find his opening.
Let's spot on this Watcher for a little bit, so Enigma will be very scared. Lala's Steep is in. Maybe for a moment they thought they can make a Wisdom invasion, but now they may just lose both. Radiant Scan doesn't hit anything, so easy double Wisdom here for the side of Jigglin.
Oh, true. Yeah, sneaky Batrider. Lelis still sitting by his observer ward. Sees Tofu up on that high ground near the Ancients. Celery off to the side. Blink Echo Slam will reveal the vision. And Tofu immediately pings out. There's an observer ward there. Sentry was already dropped as well. Blink Echo Slam very timely. As Quinn tries to play in towards Lelis, but this is kind of spooky. Tower offers protection. Mind Control sidesteps the roll. Magnetize. And a move in from Quinn. Trying to charge onto this Enigma while Copy goes into the back line. Oh, the black hole. Cancelled by the damage. As Bristleback and Earthshaker not able to contend with this Quinn Earth Spirit. A lot of HP. 1800 plus the shield. Now they've got it though with all the Nasal Goose stacking up.
Pretty good trade at the end of the day for Jigglin. It seemed for a moment that they were overwhelmed by the numbers, but Bristol makes the appearance with the Nasal Goo. And Earthshaker taught them that that's a lot of damage in between two of them. So no morphling around means you lose almost every fight. Unfortunate black hole, but it happens.
A bit unfortunate for him. We're still going to be getting into this pipe. Going to be the Aura boss on the map. A very different game to the first one. We don't see this early lead, early aggressive moves really from Jigglin. Still going to be playing off the back of this Bristleback timing though. You know, Aghanim Scepter is here. 423's feeling like the strongest hero on the map. It's always a worry when you've got Phoenix and Morphling topping the net worth. All right, level 2 Supernova's ready for Ace. They'll jump and lasso him. Sharpshooter's there, but not enough to finish. They forced the Supernova, though. Finn looking to roll in, and a backstab from Celery's Lich scanned. So Jigglin knows that this move is happening. Very swiftly TPing home with the Batrider escaping from that Brambles and Terrorize.
Nearly catches him there, but at the end of the day, a nice trade for Jigglin. The small victory of last of 4 Supernova being a lower cooldown and making a lot of heroes rotate here without gaining anything. Tanky network on this Phoenix, almost. And one of the fattest birds I saw in a while.
There's a plump Christmas turkey. Shivas and travels. So he can... No, we talked about this Dawnbreaker, right? He can kind of play like the Dawnbreaker. Farm one side of the map, TP in when needed. Very efficient from Gaimin Gladiators in terms of getting farm on the Phoenix and the Morphling anyway. The other 3 heroes very much the brawling death squad that got to go and do the dirty work for them. Bit of a standoff mid. Dire Vision now in that mid lane sees that Copy's Aghanim Scepter has arrived and is probably going to get a good read on this next move. Everybody moved into the Radiant Ancients to smoke up. Gaimin Gladiators, they scan mid. Earth Spirit rolls to try and break smoke and see what's happening, and Phoenix TP's out the top. Yeah, quite apparent that Gaimin Gladiators are grouping up knowing that Jigglin are making a play.
Hype Ags. It's their time to strike for sure. When I scout this, I don't think that's Sentry Platinum, so I'm not exactly sure where Gaming is, but they'll make a go. They want to force a fight, you know. Going into Rosh is one of the ways to do it, but it's not also feels it. It's a good spot for them to take a head-on fight.
Everything is greenlit. All the ultis are available. We've got Black Hole, we've got Supernova, we've got Phoenix leading out as Ace, Shiver's Guard and Dive. Spots out 423's Bristleback, and they've got a ping on MC. They know that he went through the trees. Quinn is going to lead out. Watson trying to wrap around in behind, but he's scattered by Eidolons now.
It's all about initiation. Who gets the first jump? Gonna kind of swap positions here.
And the standoff continues as the smoke from Jigglin the second time around puts them back in the pit. 423 kind of restarting the Roshan attempt.
30 seconds until Rosh moves out of pit. But he wants to be the ward. He wants to give the vision that will allow for initiation here for the side of Jigglin.
And yeah, they've got Bat Blink Lasso, they've got Blink Echo Slam. Smoke breaks on Mind Control, so he knows that someone's high ground there. With that timer ticking down, like you said, 10 seconds remain until Roshan swaps homes. Gaimin Gladiators, who have control of the Twin Gate, get to move more naturally into that bottom right corner. While Jigglin have got to make this kind of awkward migration. TPing across the towers, walking through the river. They'll get rewarded a little bit with a jump on the Morphling mid, though, and they've killed Watson with a jump from Copy. I didn't see that coming. I was looking at the DD rune thinking, hey, they're going to move down bottom, look for Roshan. Watson just offers himself, and Copy says, thank you. I'll take that.
A little bit of blunder by Watson, just walking into midwave like that, pressing Manta, you know, not thinking that Jigglin will be there to control 20-minute rune. I don't know, maybe there was a lot of discussion about Rosh, maybe there was like, it's just a moment of a lost concentration. He's the price, at least he's gonna be fast up, so you know, not the biggest of the blunders so far. Now without Echo Slam, I'll be very surprised if they don't make a move for Rosh themselves, you know. Don't wanna give that away.
Basically everyone run towards the pit a little bit. For now, though, maintain lanes. Kill Tormentor. Set the map up for yourselves. Gaimin Gladiators bring the Dark Willow lit Morphling down south. Phoenix farm top.
This Phoenix TP, I think 4-3 will make a call to go into Rosh with me. I keep calling and they're like, bro, relax. But seems like it's gonna be good. Drums, 80 rune. It's gonna be a fast Rosh. But it seems Gaimin kinda in between of contesting it and giving it up.
Yeah.
Taker and Jigglin are making a move at the same time.
They're trying to pin the Gaimin Gladiators back a little further, giving more space to 423 and Mind Control to finish Rosh. I'm with you. I thought this would be a little more urgent from Gaimin Gladiators.
They're getting so low. They'll probably get the Rosh, but...
This is getting real scary now. 423 has 400 health. Roshan is about to die. They'll get the Aegis here now. But Gaimin Gladiators, they're in reach to strike. They just need vision. They need info, and they're going to get none of it. Jigglin, they come in, take the Aegis, and they sneak out with TPs. Bat Rider, though, not so lucky. Didn't even get a chance to blink away or anything, and Watson going to Manta dodge and turn around to kill him off.
We were a moment away from a disaster, but hold. Maybe there is going to be one still. Hope he gets cold.
Earth Crown is a terrorize, and Quinn arriving. Chain Frost not going to bounce onto anything, so Copy makes a little leap away, but who's waiting for him? It's the Phoenix. Dives in to add a bit more damage.
As you said, with the boost of shot already, connect anywhere. That's a big pick off. You get the Aegis and Bristol, but 2 kills for Gaimin so far. Good for this, a lot of I thought this Rosh to Enigma Bristol will die swiftly. Maybe Jigglin did too, It took a long time because they tried to fix a mistake from last game, right? Not overusing so many heroes for the same objective. But if not done properly, it can bite you back. Like there, you know, they got barely out on this Bristol, but would have been total disaster trying to be greedy and do multiple plays at once.
And it kind of keeps jiggling in this evenly balanced game. Nothing in between them in terms of net worth or kills. Yes, Phoenix and Morphling are up at the top of the pops, net worth wise. And maybe Enigma, you'd argue, a little bit further behind where he wants to be. This Earthshaker and Bristleback, monumental heroes right now, hitting their stride. We've got Blink Echo ready. Almost at BKB for Earthshaker. Is that an Ags for more? Quite rare we see that, huh?
I mean, like a few months ago, Yuma talked to me how this Ags would be a thing against the old Luna with spamming Q, but this is a literally first time I ever see it. Like, hubs included. Like, I'm super excited to see how it works out.
So, is he making an illusion of the Bristleback?
I would assume so.
So instead of you turning into the hero, it creates a strong illusion of the hero that can cast all of the basic abilities. And then if the illusion is alive, when Morphling toggles the ability, he will take place of it. Switch to it. Man, mind control being burnt down by the Sunray. Earthshaker jumping away from the rest of Gaimin Gladiators, and a scrappy fight breaking out with Quinn backstabbing onto the Enigma to take down mind control. 4-3 meanwhile though has a double kill picked up. Bristleback now facing off against Morphling and Phoenix. Yes, he's got Aegis, but he's pretty much out of resources. Thinking about returning a bit of fire here with Copy jumping the Phoenix again. Watson in Earthshaker mode, launching himself away.
We were being stupid, Garrett. It's just to have the Shaker Aghanim's ability when he turns into him. That's all it is. You know, we were trying to like 5D chess the reason, but you know, it's a good old Morphling the Shaker flying around.
Oh, right. That makes so much sense. God, I would repressed memory, man. I'd forgotten about those Morphling Earthshaker and Earth Spirit, right? Were two heroes. Oh, we had Morphling just turning into them. Hell, we had a patch where Morphling could turn into his allies. And you pick Earthshaker with Morphling on the same team.
Or Dark Willow, but Shaker.
Jump in. Tries to go for this, but the Sinister Gaze instant stun. He's going to catch this Copy Earthshaker and force him to BKB and run. A dive in from Phoenix. Copy looks pretty dead. The Fisher might have saved him for a momentary jump back. Hang on a second. Is he escaping with a blink away from the roll? Copy gets some distance. Jumps away. Back to safety. TP's home. Batrider might still get caught out here, though. And Morphling's giving chase. That's a blink and a force. Batrider going to TP as Watson looks down and can't see.
Poppy, greedy there. Not popping BKB on the jump gets instantly locked down by this Ice Sinister Gaze and Ice Fire. Almost feeds the life away. You know, you have the Aegis, you have the BKB freshly picked up. It's kind of your time to win a fight, and they're barely surviving. So this connection between Jigglin players is really like kind of hurting them. So you need to figure out a way to play more synergized. You know, do you have BKB on Shaker? You'll have BKB on Enigma. Send the Bristol in. Let him set up for these big spells that you have, because they have the tools to win these fights.
Yeah, it felt like Bristol with Aegis there was like unkillable, but not really that annoying. It took him down to low mana and low HP and then just left him. Lelis gets sniped. And Watson and Ace. Bit of map space down here for Gaimin Gladiators. While Quinn in that mid lane, he's down in the river and spotted by Copy and Mind Control. Okay, that's fair enough. BKB Black Hole. Kill Quinn. He used a cooldown for it, but it's what's next that matters.
It's basically a tier 2 for Black Hole and Earthquake. Super tanky.
Yeah, he's got Sand and Yasha as well, so he's going to break free of a lot of these stuns. Earthshaker, though. Dragged back in with a Chain Frost bouncing. He throws the Echo Slam to kind of combo break there. Watson, though, leaping across. And this Aghanim's upgrade with the Enchant Totem on a Morphling, dishing out some pretty serious damage. Chases 4-2-3 all the way back through his Ancients.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
This Bristle is big. Sand and Yasha, Bloodstone. And your point about kind of playing through him, Jigglin haven't been able to yet. The mobility of Gaimin Gladiators to Waveform, Enchant Totem, Phoenix Dive, Earth Spirit Roll. They kind of just ignore the Bristleback and go for the Enigma, go for the Earthshaker, find the supports in the back.
It just feels every time they go onto Bristol is kind of a poke for other heroes to show, and then they just switch targets. It seems like Gaming has, at least for now, a better understanding how to play these fights, how to get these trades going.
Still very close between these two squads.
Dire's middle tower is
Jigglin, the one's going to be making this step down the mid lane towards Ace and the tier 2. They do not have Echo Slam, so Copy is just going to show on the wave to kill it off and keep the pressure coming.
Dire are scanning.
Gaming, scanning, trying to scout up high ground. Quinn gets the D ward with Celery. So they reclaim their Ancients. Push back Jigglin. But now we get into this kind of standoff, stalemate situation where you're pushing lanes against each other, looking for an opening towards the Rosh pit. We know he's up in about 20 seconds, quite a fast spawn.
Map position does favor the Gaming, like they understand playing bot and mid will allow for this Rosh. Who, they don't know exact timing, but they're pretty much sure it's going to be bot lane now. With Daedalus ready on Morphling, Aghanims, if he turns into the Shaker, we might be getting some of these memories from like a couple of years ago where he's one-shotting people. How to stop it, Garrett? It's to smoke and get an initiation of your own. If you black hole him and put like everything you have on top of this Morphling, it should be enough to kill him. No Blink Dagger for Enigma.
So we're relying on Copy to make the Blink echo, then Enigma walks in. Maybe a lasso drag back. This Morphling doesn't have Lincolns or SNY or anything like that. So you could arguably get a Blink echo, Blink lasso, drag him into the black hole. The only thing to really stop that is a supernova landing. It's very hard to time.
And again, they're gonna try to probably burst Rosh before Gaming comes. They will hear the Rosh roar.
They've already scanned it as well.
It's gonna be even closer. No, they decide against it. Let's take a 5v5.
So they force it to roar and then they run and smoke. They know that Gaimin Gladiators, they swung into the pit there. I think they saw Quinn for a second, but mind control
might get jumped.
Oh, this is tragic. The jump echo from Copy, not going to do a whole lot. Watson annihilates mind control. No black hole, no Bat Rider in a second as this Morphling just comes in and shreds them all. A triple kill for Watson, and Gaimin Gladiators charging forward, looking for the Bristleback now. And that is as bad a situation as it can get for Jigglin. The Enigma, the first one to show, the first one to get jumped. We were just talking about how it has to be the polar opposite.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
It's just, at the end of the day, Gaming choosing a better route, and Enigma with this build that doesn't include Blink Dagger is almost impossible to position yourself into these fights, Usually we would see smoke break on Enigma, either blink in with the BKB and use the black hole or reset to a better position, but this time around, perfect angle from Watson, smoke breaks, turns to the Shaker. one-shots 3 of the heroes.
And then get the free Roshan.
Yep. I mean, this now looks
Dire's top tower is under
very similar to game 1, where this Morphling is hitting a scale of no return for the side of Jiggling. You know, he's one more item. He's gonna be killing. I mean, if he's not already, everybody.
And then the situation we were describing for Jiggling to kind of use their team fight, use their plays, that now becomes almost the only way to win a team fight, right? You can't ignore this Morphling. I don't know, can you kill him twice? Can you lasso him, echo him, and kill him once, then black hole him the second time? Things get so...
That's gonna have to be the way around, but you know, gaming has the other heroes too. So if you go on the high ground and you kill him once, while he's respawning for the ages, there's gonna be a supernova on top to protect him. But still, might be the best possible scenario for Jigglin. Try to kind of kill him first life without committing too much. Maybe Echo Slam into this sharpshooter, and then the black hole the second life. Because what's the other option, Garrett? Like, if you let him roam around the fight freely with this enchant totem Aghanim, like everybody's just gonna die.
Yeah, you will die. Just straight up, you will die. Looks like they're trying to hunt up near their own Tormentor. Copy's gonna get a jump, but there's a yawl and a roll, a terrorize now, forcing the BKB out of Copy. Watson can come in with the damage and destroy the Earthshaker. Disappears in the blink of an eye. That's 3,000 health, by the way. Lelis now gone, clapped down by Watson's Morph, who jumps over the barrier, doesn't care about walls and borders. Straight into this Radiant base, onto the tier 3. And Jiggling now thinking, oh shit. We've got to deal with a Watson Morphling who's doing thousands of damage per hit.
Shaker buyback available to Voodoo comes back. Banner is on the ground. One good thing about the Shaker being dead, there's no Morphling to replicate him.
Well, that's one hell of a silver lining. They've got a break on the Bristleback. They've got the fear on him. 423 thought he was safe, but he's dead now without buyback. They drop the supernova on these dying barracks. I think Gaimin Gladiators now feel there is a smooth ride ahead.
Your highest network hero, your one go-to guy that you relied on. Doing almost everything is just dead without buyback for 60 seconds. It's more from with the Aegis, Manta, Silver Edge. He's just gonna go for mega creeps, and like, even if you kill him once, you know, there's not gonna be anything left for the second life.
Watson right now, 14-1-2. Dies once. I don't think he's going to be dying again. This last lane glyphed up as Gaimin Gladiators come to claim the buildings. 30 seconds with no Bristleback. A very difficult hold to make for Jigglin. Oh, the Batrider tried to jump and lasso. Held back. Sharpshooter wound up, but misses. The Flame Break pushes the Morphling away from it, sadly. Mind Controller is kind of edging forward, thinking about how he enters here, but with no BKB, it would just be a raw black hole. Fisher from Copy for now, and a lasso onto Quinn, gets them a grab, but the dive and Supernova here protects him. Echo Slam does literally nothing as Quinn turns with the Magnetize. 43 is going to come in and hit down the Earth Spirit, but it's time for Gaimin Gladiators to get Watson out of here, it looks like. Aegis still in hand for a minute. Tofu retreating with Celery to the far eastern side, and that's where Watson re-arrives. A double kill for 423 off the Quill Spray spam. But Watson gets in front of him. Damage not quite good enough yet. But with the Phoenix and the Lich here now, 423 surrounded as Watson dives to kill the Batrider off. The Sunray there, Bristleback. The Quill Sprays are stacking up, but now he's dead for 90 seconds. Aegis claimed up, Morphling respawns, and we're back in action for Gaimin Gladiators to push straight through this middle lane.
Game goes over even before this black hole, and Michael is going to use it for good measure. I mean, it was just almost an impossible situation. If you black hole before the Aegis, like what's left after the Aegis, there was no teammates to do that.